You know, as we continue now, we're going to, as you see, some of the attributes and, you know, things go that the sons and them, as we continue to read on, will identify these sons and who they are. So, you know, you see now, the point now where, you know, because now that the Most High saw that not that love, and this is why now the I.S.U.P.K we always remind brothers and sisters to keep the brother or keep the sister out, because this is what is going to get us through, and this is what is going to build up the nation, and this is what is going to keep us as a nation. Because you see now that hatred, the Most High look upon it, and seeing that hate now and not that love for your brother or for your sister, what you do now? You open up the womb, Aliyah, and she now start to bear fruit. And Rachel now seeing what? Had that envy. But Jacob now being upright and understanding and knowing the Most High, check her. And let her know, hey, am I the Most High? Letting she know that. So don't step out of line to stay in line. And as I say, as we continue to read on, just going in now to the sons of Jacob. Right?
No, last one. No, cannot.
Verse 4. Wata Tana Lawa Ata Bala ha Shapa Kataha La Shaha Waya Ba'a Allah Yaha Ya'ai Kwaba Wata Hara Bala Aha Bala Wata Lada Laya Aikwara Bana Wata Amara Rakala Danaya Alahayam Wagam Shamai Baka Laya Waya Tana Laya Bana Aila Kana Quara Aha Shamaiwa Dana Hata Wata Hara Aiwada Wata Lada Bala Haha Balaha Shapa Shapa Pata Rakala Mana Shanaya Layai Laya Aikwaba Wata Amara Rakala Napa Tawa Laya Alahayam Napa Tala Taya Aim Aiman Aka Taya Gam Yaka Lata Ya Wata Kwara Shamaiwa Napa Talaya Napatalia Wata Ra'a La'a Ha La Kaya I Madaha Mala Data Takwa Ka Ata Za Lapaha Shapa Kata Ha Shata Tana Ataha Lahai Kwara La'a Shaha Yata Lada Zala Paha Shapa Kata La'a Ha Laya Aikwara Bana
Come on. The book of Genesis, chapter 30, and verse 4. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid to wife. And Jacob went in unto her. And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. And Rachel said, God had judged me, and had also heard my voice, and had given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and she bare Jacob a second son. And Rachel said, with great wrestling have I wrestled my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali. And Leah saw that she had left bearing. She took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son.
Again, as we continue to read through, and you see now, before Father Jacob, as we say, when this is always a topic with multiple wives, and not understanding, that the men and them who's the one who just be crying about the seed, and always a lot of debate concerning the woman with the seed or whatever. But here you see now where, this woman now, as I said, the sister now sawing and being the next sister now and giving her handmaid to see, well, if she is really a problem, and then the Most High now open up the womb as she handmaid, and then now you see son Saturday, and then we reach to the point now where Leah now saw that her sister left bearing. She took she handmaid as well. When Leah saw that, she now take a rest and decided, yeah, what's going on. If you can do that, I will do that too, because you know what? It's righteous in the sight of the Most High. So I will take a rest too. And she decided, well, to see, well, hey, if she handmaid go conceive too, what happened? She handmaid conceive too. Because you know what? The brother on fire. It's the only spitting seed. Because the scriptures let me know that he will multiply us like the sands of the sea.
Right.
So this is now we showing now, how the nation, and it's prophesying the scriptures, how we be multiplied. And you see now through the scriptures everything is being proven. So as we continue to read on, if you have anything to add.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, just to build on Mama Arawan saying here concerning the two sisters, Rachel and Leah. It shows, this also shows, evidence that the Bible is a real book, because it shows the good, the bad, and the ugly at the nation of Israel, right? The strengths and also the shortcomings. So as the scriptures say, we can look back at these things and learn from them. And it's seen within this passage of scripture here, as Arawan brought out, the sibling rivalry, right, among the nation of Israel, right? But more specifically among the women. Right, where one sister making children, the other one wanted to have children, where she went and used one of her maids, all right, to make children with her husband, and have them or claim them as her own to get that sense of comfort, or that sense of being a mother, right? And even in her doing that, right, or being at that, I shouldn't say disposition, but even she being in that position, the other sister who already had 4 children decided to get her handmaid also to make children. And that is the simplicity sometimes that so-called blacks, Native Indians, and Hispanics can reach into, not understanding the bigger picture or the will of the Most High. As in the I.S.U.P.K, we are the generals, right? The 7 generals over us that we can tap into to really get the spirit of Christ and what the nation should really be all about. And these stories actually show us that. Because in their rivalry, as the scriptures say, they wasn't doing nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So all of them having the back and forth, the handmaids making children for them and so forth, yet still the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel was born. even within the sibling rivalry. You know what I mean? And Moses and Christ for that still, that yet still show the nation of Israel that mercy, right? Through the husband Jacob. Here, come on, Christ.
Continue to read on in the book of Genesis, chapter 30. Book of Genesis, chapter 30, and verse 11. Amara. La'aha. Bagada. Bagad. Kwara. Ata. Shamaiwa. Gad. Wata. Lada. Zala. Paha. Shapa. Kata. La'aha. Ban. Shanaya. Laya. Aikwaba. Aikwaba. Wata. Amara. La'aha. Ba'a. Sharaya. Kaya. Ashara. Wanaha. Banawata. Wata. Kwara. Ata. Shamaiwa. Ashara. Waya. Laka. Ra'a. Wadana. Daya. Maya. Kwataza. Yara. Kata. Yam. Katayam. Waya. Banaka, Wata, Amara, La'a, Laha, Ama, Aita, Kwaka, Kwaka, Kwa, Kataka, Ata, Ata, Yashaya, Yashaya, Wala, Kwakata, Gum, Ata, Da, Wada, Aya, Dawadaya, Banaya, Yata, Wata, Amara, Rakala, Lakana, Yasha, Kara, I.Maka, Allah, Yalaha, Takata, Dawada, Aya, Banaka, Waya, Ba'a, Ya'ai, Kwaba, Mana, Yasha, Daha, Ba'ai, Kwaba, Shata, Taza, La'aha, Laqua, Ba'a, Tawa, Wata, Amara, Allaha, Alaya, Taba, Wa'a, Kaya, Shakara, Tayaka, Wada, Aya, Banaya, Waya, Shakaba, Maha, Bala, Yala'a, Hawa'a, Waya, Shamai, Allah, Alahaya, Ya, Wata, Hara, Wata, Lada, La'ai, Laya I.Q.A. Bana Kama Wa Yashaya
The book of Genesis, chapter 11, Salakia, chapter 30 and verse 11. Yeah, come. The book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 11. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she called his name Gad. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest, and found mandrakes in the field, and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband, and wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went to meet him and said, thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes. And he lay with her that night. Verse 17. And the Most High hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the fifth son.
So now we go in now to they now reaching that point now where they had a clash. And that clash now is, well, this mandrake. So again, this is a whole breakdown. This is a class by itself, but we will just touch on it now. The son went out into the field, and he find this roots, whereby, like how we say, they make a punch. And that's using this as an example, but as we say, that our breakdown considering this, and as we continue to read on, you can get this breakdown. But it's a class by itself, because you whole precepts and concerning this. So now, she knowing that how tonight, the husband, she husband, both of them husband, he had nights, they sleep with this one and they sleep with that with each one of them had a nights. And at this point in time, she gave up her night for this route. So now the sister now seeing it, well, okay, no problem, it's just a route, as the case may be. Go ahead. But I will have pleasure tonight instead of you. So she now, again, it shows, that if a woman could really come to that understanding, and the only space again you can get this is in the I.S.U.P.K. on that command. So I don't know anything to add. So again, again with this now, again the sisters now had an agreement. So the husband now end up spending the night with the other one instead of Rachel, he spent the night with Leah instead. Right? So as we continue to go in, we continue, as I say, in the book of Genesis chapter 30 and verse 18. Wata, Amara, Amara, La'aha, Nata, Na, Alaha, Alahayam, Waka, 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 Raya, Ashara, Ashara, Nata, Taya, Shapa, Kataya, La, Yashaya, Wata, Para, Shemaya, Yashakara, Yashakara, Wata, Wata, Amara, La'a, Ha, Zaba, Danaya, Alahayam, Ataha, Zada, Tawaba, Tawal, Apa, Aima, Yazab, Yaza, Bala, Naya, Aya, Shaya, Kaya, Yalara, Taya, Lawo, Shaha, Banayam, Wata, Kwara, Yaladaha, Bata, Wata, Quara'a, Ata, Shamaya, Daya, Naha, Waya, Zakara, Alahayam, Ata, Rakala, Waha, Shamai, Alahaya, Alahayam, Wayapa, Taka, Taka, Ata, Ra, Raka, Maha, Yata, Hara, Yata, Lada, Bana, Wata, Amara, Ashapa, Alahayam, Ata, Karapa, Taya, Shata, Quara, Ata, Shamaiwa, Yawa, Shapa, La'a, Mara, Yashapa, Yasapa, Yahawa, Laya, Bana, Akara, Yahawa, Ka'a, Shara, Yalad, Ha, Rakala, Ata, Yawa, Sapa, Waya, Amara, Ya'ai, Kwada, Allah, Labana, Shala, Shanaya, Wa'a, Lakaha, Allah, Makwa, Wam, Makwa, Wamaya, Maya, Wala, Aratazaya, Tanaha, Ata, Nashaya, Ya'ata, Yalada Ya. Asherah. Ibada. Taya. Ataka. Bahana. Ya. Wa'a. Lakaha. Kaya. Ata. Ha. Yadai. Ata. Ibada. Taya. Asherah. Ibada. Ta. Yaka.
The book of Genesis chapter 30 and verse 18. And Leah said, the Most High had given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar. And Leah conceived again, and bare Jacob the sixth son. And Leah said, the Most High had endued me with a good dowry, nor will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun. And afterwards she bare a daughter, and called her name Dinah. And the Most High remembered Rachel. And the Most High hearkened to her, and opened her womb. And she conceived, and bare a son, and said, the Most High had taken away my reproach. Verse 24. And she called his name Joseph, and said, the Most High shall add to me another son.
So again, as we continue to read on, now, as you say, and as we, every time, we continue to read on, I see the birth of one of these brothers. So now, after this discussion in the field, and I agree, now you see the birth of Issachar. And now you see the birth of the first daughter of Jacob, which is Dinah. And this and all too have a storyline towards it now concerning the son. So as we continue to read through the entirety of this Bible, which is our history, we'll reach to the points, and the points are certain things now where that Christian pastor only teacher as it lies. So now as we continue to read on, now we see the birth of Rachel's first son, which is Joseph. So as we continue to read on, we're going to get more into things. I don't want to add on to that last. So we continue to read on. Amara, Nakwa, Baha, Shaka, Raka, I, Laya, Ya, Wa'a, Ata, Naha, Yaha, Waya, Amara, Allah, Alaya, Wa, Ataha, Yada, Aita, Ata, Ashara, Aiba, Da, Taya, Ka, Wa'ata, Shara, Aya, Makwa, Naka, Ata, Ya, Kaya, Mai, Ta, Ma'aita, Ashara, Hayaha, Aya, Laka, Lapa, Naya, Waya, Para, Taza, Laraba, Waya, Raka, Yahawa, Ataka, Laba, Laba, Laraga, Laya, Wa'ai, Ta, Ha, Mataya, I, Shaha, God, Ana, Kaya, Laba, Yataha, Waya, Amara, Maha, Tana, Laka, Waya, Amara, Ya'ai, Kwaba, La'a, Tana, Laya, Na'a, Wamaha. Ama Ta'ai Shaha Laya Ada Bara Azaha Azaha Ashawa Baha Ara Aiha Taza Anaka Shama Ra.
The book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 25. And it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away, that I may go unto my own place and to my country. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served thee, and let me go. For thou knowest my service which I have done thee. And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thine eyes, tarry. For I have learned by experience that the Most High had blessed me for thy sake. And the Most High bless thee since my coming. And now, when shall I provide for mine own house also? Verse 31. And he said, what shall I give thee? And Jacob said, thou shalt not give me anything. If thou wilt do this thing for me, I will again feed and keep thy flock.
Now, you see now again. Now, Jacob now looking to make a move. As we always say, looking to boss out now. Because he served the time, with the brother. And now, again, we're going to show you now that the Most High always, always had that separation. Now seeing that, you have a family to take care of as well. So now he looking to make that separation. And that separation is by providing for your family. And as we see now, this is something very important as well now. This is why now the other nations is always look at us now, because without we amongst them, they have no wealth, they have nothing. Because without the children of Israel amongst all these heathen nations, they are nothing. This is how they obtain the wealth, this is how they obtain all the royalty. Because, and again, when you go through this whole book or history book, you see how all these nations obtain wealth by holding possession of this one true gem, which is the gem of the Most High, which is the children of Israel.
Right.
And you even seen it today. This is why they can build all the empires. So, as the scripture say in verse 27, and Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I found favor in thine eyes, tarry, for I have learned by experience that the Lord had blessed me for thy sake. So because now they seen that blessing, he seen that blessing, he asking the brother to tarry him a little more longer, just to obtain more. But he now seen it to the point where he ever going on. I have a family as well to provide for. So now, as we continue to read on now, we're going to see more on this, and So as we continue to read on, you will get more into it now, and you will get a better understanding of what's taking place. Right?
Come on.
I Bara Bakala Taza Anaka Haya Wama Ashara Ma Shama Kala Shaha Na Kwada Watala Wa'a Wakala Shaha Kawama Baka Shaba Yama Watala Wa'a Wana Kwada Ba'ai Zayama Yahweh Shaka Raya Aina Taha Baya Tazada Kwa Taya Baya Yam Makara Kaya Tabawa Aila Shaka Raya Lapa Nayaka Kala Ashara Ayana Nawa Nakwada Watala Wa'a Bai Zayam Waka Wama Baka Shaba Yam Gana, 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 Waba, Awa, A, Acha, Ya, Waya, Ama, Ra, Labana, Hana, Lawa, Yahawa, Yahaya, Kada, Baraka, Waya, Sarah, Baya, Wama, Hawa, Asa, Taha, Ya, Shama, Ha'ai, Kwada, Yama, Wahatala, Yama, Sala, Ha'ai, Za, Yama, Ya, Ana, Kwa, Daya, Ta, Waha, Ta, La, Ataha, Kala, Ladana, Laban, Bawa, Wakala, Ka, Wama, Baka, Shaba, Yam, Waya, Tan, Bayada, Da, Naya, Waya, Shema, Daraka, Shata, Yama, Baya, Nawa, Waba, Yana, Wa'ai, Kwaba, Waya, I kwa ba. Ra I ha. Aita tza ana. Laban. Ana yata rata. Waya kwa ha. Lawa. Ya ai kwa da. Makwa la. Laba. Naha. Laka. Wala. Waza. Wa ai. Ra. Mawana. Waya pa. Baha na. Patza la. Wa ta. Laba na. Wata. Maka. Shapa. Wa ala bana. A shara. Aila. Hama. Kwa. Lawo ta. Wayatazaraga. Ata. Ya. Ama kwala. Ya. Wata. Ashara. Patazala. Bara. Ata. Yama. Basha. Kwa. Taha. Wa. Taha. Ama. Wama. Asha. Ra. Taba. Ana. Ataza. Ana. Lasha. Tawa. Ta. Lana. Ka. Ataza. Ana. Waya. Kama. Naha. Ba. Ana. La. Shata. Wa. Ta.
The book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 32. And I will pass through all thy flock today, removing from thence all the speckled and spotted cattle, and all the brown cattle among the sheep, and all the spotted and speckled among the goats, and of such shall be my hire. So shall my righteousness answer for me in time to come, when it shall come for my hire before thy face. every one that is not speckled and spotted among the goats, and brown among the sheep, that shall be counted stolen unto me, stolen with me, Salakia. And Laban said, Behold, I would it might be according to thy word. And he removed that day the he-goats that were ring straight and spotted, and all the she-goats that were speckled and spotted, and every one that had some white in it, and all the brown among the sheep, and gave them into the hand of his sons. And he set thee, Salakia, and he set 3 days' journey betwixt himself and Jacob fed the rest of Laban's flocks. And Jacob took him rods of green polar, and of hazel, and chestnut tree, and piled white stripes in them, and made the white appear which was in the rods. Verse 38. And he set the rods which he had piled before the flocks in the gutters in the watering troughs, when the flocks came to drink, that they should conceive when they came to drink.
Now, reach the point now where is the separation going to take place. Now, as Jacob related to Laban and in verse 31, and he said, What shall I give? Laban asked him, what shall I give thee? And Jacob said, Thou shalt not give me anything, for if thou wilt do this thing for me, I will again feed and keep thy flock.